Nation's ranking on a free agent quarterbacks list. They have Malik Willis at 2 on their from a quarterback standpoint. They got Aaron Rodgers as number 1 on their list. So let's go down their list real quick. Aaron Rodgers, Malik Willis, Kirk Cousins, Kyler Murray, which we'll talk about a little bit further after this. Joe Flacco, Marcus Mariota, Russell Wilson, Tyler Huntley, Tyrod Taylor, Jimmy Garoppolo, Kenny Pickett, Gardner Minshew at number 12. And now, when you're looking at this list, it's no wonder why Malik Willis would be near the top of the list. I mean, he's come on, man. Let me go through that list one more time for you guys. So we might have. I should have did this list before I even did that other one. I think we did this reverse
order, right? I think that's what happened here.
Aaron Rodgers, number 1 on this list, not our list, just list I pulled off the internet here. Aaron Rodgers, Malik Willis, Kirk Cousins, Kyler Murray, Joe Flacco, Marcus Mariota, Russell Wilson, Tyler Huntley, Tyrod Taylor, Jimmy Garoppolo, Kenny Pickett, and Gardner Minshew. Yikes. Like this is a team. This is a roster of guys who will get you fired if you're a coach. Like I said, if you're a coach, this is this row right here, man. This is a murderous row of quarterbacks who will have you looking for another job at some point in your coaching career. Now, what's interesting here, Malik Willis at number 2 under Aaron Rodgers is I mean, maybe from a talent standpoint, but Aaron Rodgers definitely the old man on the block here, right?
Right, but at least with Aaron, you saw it again, right? Again, you saw like the moments where like, oh, he can do it. Again, you have to like condense your
65.7% for Aaron last season, 3,300 on the yards, 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 94.8 on the rating. Exactly. What's interesting about that is even on Yahoo's list, he's 3rd on Yahoo's list. That's interesting. And he is going to be 16 years older than Malik Willis.
Okay.
Next season. 16 years. That's why, man. That's why I got the answer to your previous question. It's got to be guys just if you're an organization and you're a GM, whether you're newly hired or you're a GM holding on to your job and just praying that you don't lose it. How can you look at any of these guys and feel good about your life? You can't. You can't. There's no way. You got to tell me that you can look at any of the guys on this list and be like, hey, man, I mean, is it time do you take the kids out of school yet at the previous job? I mean, wherever you were previously, let's say that you were in LA and you had to move to Atlanta or something like that, man. If you got to deal with something like this, you might want to keep the kids in school where you are. Like, Stefanski, I'm not sure if he had the school's kids up in school in Cleveland and moved them all down yet. But if you got to deal with these quarterbacks, you got to be thinking like, hey, it might not be time to lay any roots because I'm not going to be here long.
Right. You're definitely going bridge, right? You're going like, we're going bridge quarterback because all the quarterbacks coming out next year, that's the class, right? Everyone coming out next year is where it's at. But
I love my guy Ty, man. I hope he gets a job somewhere.
No, he's gonna get a job. Now it all depends if Pittsburgh can get him or does the Rams take him. So that's where you gotta watch out for that. The Rams take him and like sit him behind Stafford for another year and just like, oh, we rest him, or does your team Pittsburgh take him and then sign Aaron for another year and sit him behind Aaron for another year? That's a fascinating conversation. I can't wait to see, but yeah, it's a lot of bridge quarterbacks, and I know our team has been linked to Kyler, which I'm not mad about because we can sign him at the minimum and see what happens. And then if he does well, then you can franchise him. I believe you can franchise him with the remaining years on his contract and just see what happens. So that's it. That's where you're at, dude. It's a lot of minutia. And see what happens this year on the quarterback side.
Yeah, one of the things is if you are these GMs and you're looking at a league, This is the only guy that you think that can maybe buy you time for any can buy you job security for any
Right.
considerable amount of time if he hits. You know, these other guys, if Aaron hits, he's 43 or he's going to be 43 in the season.
Right.
So you're kind of hoping for that. We'll discuss Kyler Murray and his other issues kind of down the line because he's not one of the old guys, but he's comes with other issues here.
Other issues,
And
yes.
When you're looking at, I'm just going down the list here. Kenny Pickett's not old, but it's Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett.
It's Kenny Pickett, right? And I wasn't really high on Kenny Pickett coming out of the draft. He just seems like a backup quarterback at this point. Yeah, this list is Malik Willis is the only guy on this list that presents you any kind of job security upside, Eugene, unfortunately, as I look through it. Like, who else is it going to be? It's not going to be Marcus Mariota.
No.
It's not going to be Russell Wilson.
Nope.
If it was Tyler Huntley, I felt like Baltimore would have hung on to him. Right. You know what I mean? Like, because he was always spelled pretty decent for.
And again,
Lamar.
Tyler, good. He's a good backup. He's a good backup. And that's not. I'm not. And again, I'm not being dismissive, but he is. He's your guy. Like, if you have a injury-prone quarterback, or you have to go through a long season, that's who you want. Like, he's a guy who can come in and stabilize your team.
Yeah, and I'm thinking like maybe as a bridge guy for somebody, you know?
Yeah. I think
you get fired. Does Tyler Huntley get you fired knowing that he's not the guy coming in?
No, because you're going in there to the conversation like, hey, this is our guy for now. And we're going into the draft where there's a ton of that's the thing. If you're going in, here's the thing. If you're going into this draft, let's say the season before, I'm going to sign Tyler Huntley, and there's like maybe a few draft QBs in this draft coming up, right? And there really is. But you're trying to tell your GM like, oh, or your owner, there's a ton. And then you get to this in this draft, like, oh, there's 2, right? Maybe 3. But next year is where you go, this is where, hey, let's do the bridge. And if we strike oil and great, yes. And we get the playoffs, but we still have the chance to land our next quarterback in the draft. So even with Aaron, like, I think Aaron, if the Steelers were to draft Ty and bring in Aaron next year, I think that would be perfect. Like, that would be the perfect, Aaron just another year, whatever happens, great. Ty just gets to sit behind him and watch. That'd be a perfect situation for that.
Yeah, and when you look at Kirk last season, 1,700 yards for him. He didn't play most of the season, I don't think. 61.7% on the completion, 10 passing touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 85. Kirk's number 2 on Yahoo's sports list. He's actually in front. They got him in front of Aaron Rodgers on their list. As just a viable option at 38. I think I don't disagree with that, but I think that with all these guys, you're going to have the same problem. Yeah. And it's the long-term issue with any of these guys. It doesn't seem like any of them are along for